Hey, it's Chris again with C&H Auto Accessories, coming from sunny and hot Margate, Florida. And we got another nice GMC truck here we did some work on. What did we do? I'll tell you in 1 second. By the way, if you have questions, call our store. We have great answers. You can ask for John, the general manager, who is behind the camera today. Great job, John. And you can ask for me or any of the other guys. We're all here to help you. That being said, John, let's go over and take a look what we got today. Well, I told you we had a GMC truck. This is the Denali with a multi-function tailgate, one of the nicer ones, the 1500. What did we do? Well, we did the Armor Flex by Undercover with the T-slot rails by Tuxedo. And before I go into how everything works, John, swing around this thing here, take a good look on how it looks here. Now, I got a few things I'm going to go over. For example, the cover itself has a 400-pound capacity, so you can't put stuff on here because for your tie downs, you can secure it. Now, it is Line-X, and the Line-X is really good of keeping you getting scratched up there. So if you want to put stuff up there, it's going to do a good job protecting the cover. Now, the cover itself comes with a 5-year manufacturer warranty that covers all the parts. Now, they don't cover the labor, and we'll go there in a second. Now, if we do the installation like we did today for this customer, we're doubling that warranty to 10 years. That's a really good warranty. Means they stand behind their product. And now, Undercover's been around for a long time, and as you know from my videos, I do a lot of their products. And there's a lot of reasons why I like it. I'm going to go over a few things. Now, besides the double the warranty, we do put a 1-year labor guarantee in everything we do, so it covers everything. So even if you had a defect in the cover and they send you a new cover, if it's within that first year, we'll install it free of charge. Now, let's go and take a look at the Tuxedo T-slot rails here. Now, if you see here, now these are the length of the bed. These do not come the length of the bed. They're basically, when you go on the website, you're going to see all these different lengths on these, and none of them are going to be exact to this bed. So what we end up doing is we get one that's a little longer, and we trim it down to size. Now, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can match it up to the actual rail in there, or in this case, we brought it out a little bit further, but you have to be careful when you bring it out further. Some people brought them out really far because they want to come all the way out, and guess what? You can't close the tailgate if you bring it out too far. So there's a reason why they don't come all the way past this part, so I'll go over that. Now, let's go and open this up, and I'll show you the release mechanism here. Now, you do have a left and right release mechanism, so if you're staying on the driver's side or passenger side, you can open that. And that's really good if you're pulling off to the side of the road and there's a lot of traffic on the driver's side. You might want to go on the other side where it's a little safer here. Now, over here you can also see that here's the T-slot rail. We put it underneath this rail. Also, if you look, you can still use, even with both these on here, you can still use your little arm to get in and out with your multi-function tailgate. Now, I'm going to tell you all the pros and cons of everything. Just like I mentioned about, you would have to trim the rail. Now, you can get the smaller one, no trimming, but you have a little gap here. I do like cutting it. Now, when we cut it, we don't just cut it. We also sand it down at the end, make sure it's clean, and then we repaint it. So, and it's nice when these little caps go back on. You can't even tell the difference. Now, when you put this T-slot rail in, it's going to make it a little tighter in there. So you might have to do a little bit of adjustment on there. So keep that in mind. So it's going to bring it up a little bit, and it's going to make it a little tighter in there. So it's, as you can see, it still works just fine. But I tell that because occasionally we get people, usually it's the people who'd been buy from us that are having all kinds of problems. But if you buy from us, like the other day, we made a little video, and the guy was having a problem with the brackets, and he did buy from us. So we actually went over everything with him and got him, where it all works really good. So that's a benefit buying from us. Now, if you choose to not buy from us, that is your right, but you also don't get our help. So if you're having problems, now I know a lot of people will call Real Truck. Real Truck basically is a lot of salespeople, but very little installers, especially stuff like this. They can tell you it'll work, but they can't go into the details because I don't think they know. Now, when you have it like this, you can't secure it. So come over here, John, you can see there's two of these. There's one on each side. I do recommend using both. Now, when they're not in use, you can put them right back over here and it holds them in place. The reason you want to secure this, if you're on the highway, the wind could catch this. So even though it's got a little weight to it, you have to be careful with that. So now, of course, what's nice about this cover, it goes all the way up. Benefits, there's a lot of benefits. First of all, you get basically 98% of the access to the bed. So if you want to go to bike week and put your motorcycle back here, all-terrain vehicle, or just move in a couch, you have the room. Now, when it's up like this is going to serve as protection for your rear window. That's right, it's going to work as a headache rack. So if you do have someone really tall in here and someone cuts you off and it all comes flying forward, instead of hitting your rear window, your camera, all that stuff in the back, it hits this. So think of that as your protection. So when you have a bunch of stuff in here, it will protect your rear window. And of course, the more important thing, the people inside the back of your vehicle. Now, if you look over here, this does have a drainage system. So if anywhere gets past the seal, it catches it, it's going to drain it out. And you can see the tube over here. I don't know if I'm poking, there it is. Now, what's nice is we do not have to make a new hole. The hole is already there. So, and we just using the factory hole. And it's really quite nice. I like when they do the holes. I wish all trucks would have holes there. But it's a nice thing by General Motors. Again, this is a great setup. Now, I want to go over a few more details about the cover. The cover itself is 4 layers. What do I mean by a lot of one-piece covers? I'm going to go ahead and close this. Is one single piece of metal. This is 4 layers. So you got 2 pieces of metal. You got an insulation in the middle, and that insulation does add strength to. When they redesigned these, they went from 300 to 400 pound capacity, and they went a little thinner because the insulation there. Also, on top of those 3 things, you got the Line-X. So you see the Line-X here. So you got your Line-X, piece of metal, insulation, piece of metal. Why is that good? Well, it adds strength to the cover, but it also helps with, if you notice, I'm sweating, all right? It's hot here. If you have a single piece of metal, and it'll just be like a pan on the oven. It's going to let the heat go right into your bed. So you picked up the groceries, you got all your frozen stuff you have to get home, and all of a sudden it's all melting because your inside of your bed is very, very hot. This will help with the installation. It will keep your temperature more moderate. Plus, if you put your tools back there or golf clubs, like people don't realize on your golf clubs, the handles can melt right off the glue if it's too hot in the bed. So that's another reason why I like this. Now you come on over here. Now when I get to the end here, now remember I told you about these rails, it's going to make it a little tighter. So I have to put a little extra oomph to close it. Again, I like to tell you that all the details are pros and cons. As you can see, it does fit very, very nice. It looks good. If you want to have racks on here, you can have racks. Like if you look at my truck here, now you have a low rack and a high rack. The low rack you can put on, but if you do that, guess what? You can't really open the cover. So you really want to go with the higher racks. These start at 18 inches and they go all the way up to 28. So there's 18, 23, 28. So you got 3 different settings. So at the 23 and 28, you should be able to open and close the cover, no problem. At the 18, it probably won't clear. So, but that is a product. This is called a Tuxedo Elevate system that you can put right on here. So again, if you put that kayak up there, or you want to put a ladder or whatever, you put in a safari basket or even a tent, you can do that with this product here. So this works onto this. And you can add more tie downs and stuff. You can see the rails do come with these tie downs, and they do sell these little things separately, but it's a little better value with the when it comes with it. Again, let's go ahead and close this up. Now, a lot of people ask me, hey, I noticed you did not show the multifunction tailgate using with that cover. So I am not going to forget that today. So let's go ahead and open that up. I've got a little hydraulic on there. So yes, that does work just fine. So you do have enough clearance between this. Actually, the rail, since I brought it up a little bit, the clearance is even better. So again, you can still use that very expensive multifunction tailgate. So as you can see, it works just fine. I think this is a great setup. I love Armor Flex. It's one of my best selling folding hard covers, and I love having a T-slot. As you can see, this is my personal truck, and I'm taking full advantage of that T-slot with my truck. And when you get the T-slot, it opens up a world of extra things you can do with your bed that you couldn't do before. It's almost like doubling the space you have available. Again, you can have a safari basket, or you can do all kinds of racks, everything you could think of. Be surprised when you go online how many things it will fit in this. Now, if you like this product, you can come here to the store. We'll install it for you like we did today. We double the warranty on that, and then we put the 1-year labor guarantee. Now, if you don't live in Florida, that is not a problem. 40% of our business is shipped all over the country. We got 30 plus warehouses. I think 33, I lost count of them now. And the benefit to you is if you live in California, well, we have a warehouse in California. It won't be coming from Florida. If you live in Texas, we have one in Texas. Again, it won't be coming from here. We basically find the warehouse closest to you and get it to you as quickly as possible. Sometimes we get these things in 1 or 2 days to you, which is terrific. And the nice thing is if you get this and you're installing it and you have questions, you can call us. If you bought it from us, we are always here to help you. Again, I'm Chris with C&H Auto Accessories doing a review of the Undercover Armorflex with the Tuxedo T-slot rails. I'll put a link of these products at the bottom of this YouTube video, so if you want to see pricing, you can do that. And before I forget, like and subscribe. We really appreciate that. Thank you.